All right. Let me know now if it's working. It says it's on. All right, these are gonna ship out for £3. Let me get these shipped out real quick while everything's reloading. Looks like Facebook just put in the message that I'm live, so let's see. Technical difficulties this morning. Print. All right, Facebook, are we good? I know YouTube is good. It's weird that YouTube's good with the restream, but not Facebook. Who's your daddy and what does he do? He doesn't make reload work. Cool, awesome. He doesn't make Facebook. He doesn't make restream. That's for sure. Awesome. So we got Facebook running. I apologize if for some reason this morning it was not linking correctly. I'll just have to reload whenever that happens. So if you guys ever see that like glitching in the chat, just hop over to my Instagram or hop over to my YouTube and let me know, and then I'll just reset it really quick. But we should be good now. So we're on, we've already shipped quite a couple orders out. We have a couple more to ship out. 10 orders going out the door on eBay, one on Depop yesterday. It's kind of a slow day yesterday. What's up, Flip the World? Next up, we have a women's Marmot jacket. Again, really good brand. This brand has taken a hit a little bit. Used to sell like for 30, 35 bucks. This one we paid $8.03 for, and it sold for $20.24. I'll show you the photos over on Facebook and YouTube. This is what it looks like. Just a women's Marmot jacket. It has a soft shell upper and like a polyester lower. It's full front, full back, and there is your tag photo right there, Marmot. Again, not huge sellers anymore. There are some down jackets that can go for really good money. This is more of like a basic piece. Nothing too crazy. Boom. And let's ship it out. Should ship out for right around £2. 2 LBs. What's up, Melissa? Again, sorry Facebook for the issues this morning. It's weird. It's the second time in like 2 weeks it's done that. Where I press live and it just doesn't, for some reason the program doesn't connect. Maybe I'll reach out to the program I'm using and say like, hey, we've had some glitches the last couple weeks. Happy Taco Tuesday. What's up, Trisha? Taco Tuesday. I don't know what we're doing for lunch today. I'm actually kind of feeling a salad today. That's probably what we'll do. Go to Publix and grab a salad. All right, that one's gonna ship out for £2. Facebook, I announced this on last stream, but you guys can hear it. I do have a long form piece of content coming out today. It's gonna be 5 jacket bolo brands. The video is gonna be like around like 15 minutes, I believe it is. So look out for that video. I still have to edit it a little bit, so it should be out sometime between 2 and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. A lot of you have been asking for those videos on like what sells best and what brands to look out for, and I'm trying to make these videos like specifically brands that if you find them in thrift stores, no matter what they are, they're usually always a pickup. So that video will come out probably closer to 5, I'm thinking 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just have to do a little quick edit, but still have to wait for it to upload on YouTube and everything like that. Also on Facebook, you guys are going to get it right away. You don't have to leave and go to YouTube to watch it. I'm going to upload it to Facebook right away too. Next up, Harley-Davidson. You guys probably remember this from a video just a few weeks ago. I picked this up at a thrift store. I think I paid $15 for this, if I remember correctly. It sold for $32.39. Really quick sale. That's why I picked it up. I knew this was going to sell fast. For paying up for it, I'm okay. Maybe it was $13. I can't remember what we paid for this. I'll have to go back to the video and look at it, but I knew this would sell fast because it was brand new with tags. More live thrifts? Yes, live thrifts are going to be on Thursday over on Whatnot. Pretty much every Thursday. And Laura, if you didn't know, we actually have all of those on YouTube as well. I think we have probably around 50 to 100 live thrifts on YouTube right now. So if you ever miss one, if you want to go back and watch them, feel free to. You can see the price differences and all that stuff from when we used to go to like now. We've gone to different stores. We've been to Goodwills. We've been to City Thrifts. We've been to Red, White, and Blues. Those are all on YouTube for you to rewatch. They're also on Facebook too, but you have to scroll a little bit to find them. Here's that Harley-Davidson shirt, brand new with tags. Again, we picked this up. It was in one of our recent shorts, so you guys probably recognize it from that. Just brand new with tag Harley-Davidson. It's more like a flannel. It's a little bit heavier weight. Men's extra large, so good little pickup right here. It just has that Harley hit right there on the front. No big hit on the back. If this had a big hit right here in the back, we probably would have got closer to 50 bucks for it, brand new with tags. But this was more of a plain one, so good one to look for. Harley-Davidson. Boom, boom. What's up, Christy? Looking to go from bin system to SKU system. Any tips for quicker changeover? Not really. When you're editing your listings on eBay, I'll show you really quick what I would do. Instead of going into each and every listing, I would go into them and change them from the eBay like layout on your inventory system. So I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. After I ship this, 13 ounces, boom, boom. How do you take authentic off of an eBay listing? You can. If it's a pair of shoes, it has to go through eBay authenticity guarantee, and that's probably where you're seeing authentic on the listing. Why don't you do Salvation Army? The Salvation Arms in my specific area are very, very overpriced. So we do stop by every once in a while, but we usually don't find much of anything at Salvation Army, so we kind of stop going. Now, the Tampa Salvation Armies that are about an hour-ish away from where we are, those are really good, but we don't really drive that far out to go to Salvation Army. If I'm going to drive that far out, I'm going to go to like a red, white, and blue. Let me answer that question really quick. I'm going to go over to my active listings. So when I'm changing over all my SKUs, this is the easiest way to do it without having to go into all of your listings, is you're just going to hit the edit button right here. So you're going to be on your active inventory, you're going to go down and you're going to hit edit, and then here is where you can put in your custom SKU. So let's say this is number 182, and then I would just hit submit, and it would change my SKU over so I don't have to go into each one of these listings. And that's what I would do, is I just go straight down and have your inventory ready to go. Or if you have to search your inventory, of course you can search it right up here, find it, and put it in. That way you don't have to edit each and every one of your listings, because that's kind of a pain in the neck when you're changing over your listings. No LLC. It's shoes, they keep getting put on. Oh, it's shoes, yeah. So it's authenticity guarantee. You can't take that off. That means it's going to be sent to eBay's Authenticity Guarantee Center, and then it's going to be authenticated for free and sent out to the buyer. So just heads up, if you use PayPal to get your labels from eBay, the auto posher analytics won't update the shipping cost per auto posher. Yes, also if you bulk ship too, you'll have to add in all of your shipping costs. And the reason is because auto posher is downloading eBay. It's downloading information from eBay. So if you're using a secondary source to get all of your labels, there's no way for auto posher to connect to that service. It doesn't feed that information to eBay, so it wouldn't feed that information to AutoPosher. Now, if you bulk ship as well, if you do if you have 15 orders and you put all the information in and you bulk ship as well, AutoPosher will not download all of that information. I've done mine individually, I've had no issues with it, but yes, if you bulk ship, you also have that same exact issue. Can you only edit the listing like if you have a store? That I don't know. I haven't not had a store in so long. I'm assuming so. I'm assuming that's a store only perk, but I could be wrong. Somebody in the chat can let me know if I'm wrong or right. But I've always had a store, so I don't really know the answer to that. What's the best course of action when listing a new item that has the original price printed on the label? Like that Harley-Davidson, I think had the price on the label. I just listed at my price and show the label, or show the actual label in the photos. I don't think you have to price against that. You just price against eBay sold comp. So feel free to put the label in. If the shirt costs $100 and you're only pricing at $50, usually the customer doesn't care because they feel like they're getting a better deal. No problem, Thrifty Hustle. Appreciate all the questions too. Keep them coming as I'm shipping. I'll answer those questions. Next up, we got a pair of Peter Millar pants. I picked these up at TJ Maxx for $20. These sold for $55. These are like a corduroy pant. So nice, easy sale this time of year. I picked up a bunch of these. These are actually sitting for a little bit, probably because a lot of these got eaten up at TJ Maxx and relisted online. So I might have to wait a little bit longer to get those to sell. What's your average time? 10 items for pics to list. I'm spending a lot of time on pictures. So I'll show you what these Peter Millars look like. I don't actually take the photos anymore. Mom takes photos for us. But I'll show you what the photos look like on these, and I'll tell you exactly how long it takes to list this. So on this item, you have your cover photo, this Peter Millar. You have your full front. So I take these in batches, or take these separately, because if I took them in the light box, you'd be able to see the sides of the light box. There is your back, and then your tag photos, and then you're done. This one actually has more photos than we usually take. If you watched yesterday's live, some of the items we sold only had 4 photos on them. So to take these photos right here probably takes Mom about a minute to a minute and a half to take these photos. That's all. Just, this is your cover photo. It's taken inside the light box, You have your full front, your full back. So all you're doing is snapping, 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 snapping. It doesn't have to be really good. The only photo you really focus on when you're taking your listing photos is your cover photo. Make sure this looks good. The rest is just for the buyer to see exactly what the item looks like. It doesn't have to look that pretty. It just has to be able to tell the buyer what they're buying. But the cover photo is key. Make sure you take a little bit extra time on that. But yeah, Peter Millar pants. They didn't sell for $80.99. I took a best offer on those. I don't know why eBay does that. It should show what it sold for. Does Autopusher have AI listing assistance? It does. So I've never used it before, but I heard it's really, really good. You basically put your photos in and it'll make a whole listing for you. It does use smart credits to do that. You get a specific amount of smart credits depending on your plan that you have with Autopusher. But yes, it does all the same things that all the other services do with the AI listing. Really like Autopusher. Have you ever sold anything online negative, Barry D? Never, ever. Never, ever. For promoted listings in your eBay store, when they get delisted and relisted with Autopusher, do you have it back on eBay to reset the promotion? Yes, I have an automated promotion running on Autopusher, so that way every time my item gets delisted and relisted, it goes right back into the promotion. I promote everything in my eBay store at 5%. So I have automated promotions set across the board for 5% on my store. You don't have to do 5%. You can do whatever percentage you want or don't want to do, but I choose to do 5% on my store. For pants, do you usually have the folding pants as your cover? Yes, I do. Every single time you'll see my pants photos. Let's do another pair of pants right here. So we got a pair of frame. These are women's frame, size 29 jeans. We paid $803 for these, and they sold for $22.50. I'll show you what the cover photo looks like. It's just a folded up cover photo. We find that these help them sell decently well. Doesn't have to show the full front, full back. Again, we use that light box, so it's kind of hard to show the full front, full back. But that's my cover photo. Your full front, up and down. Sometimes we're able to fit it all in, but like this one, it barely missed the cut, so we had to put a top and bottom, and then the interior tag photos, and that's it. But again, the only one we're really focused on is this one. The other ones I really don't care about. It's just to show the buyer what the item actually looks like. This is the cover photo we're aiming for. Nice, simple cover photo. What up, Oliver? Welcome in. All right, let's ship these out. Boom, boom. Grab another bag. What is up, Oliver? Welcome in. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Again, hopefully you guys like the new format where I'm like kind of showing the items, not just holding them up in front of the screen, but actually showing my solds. I think that kind of helps you guys look for these tags because obviously my stuff is all folded up in the bag, so you won't be able to see what I'm actually showing. I really need to, please help me get started, please. I really need to start this. So if you want to learn how to sell online, just go on YouTube, and if you don't know how to ship, type in how to ship on eBay. There's probably a million videos that'll pop up. And if you don't know how to list on eBay, go on YouTube and type in how to list items on eBay. Surf's just put out a really good video on how to do listings on eBay, how to take photos, all that good stuff. So go check out Surf's Up Finds new video. Goes over that simple way. But what I would suggest is what I suggest to everybody is start selling items in your house first. The stuff you have just laying around you're doing nothing with, start selling that stuff first. I'm getting so many bad reviews on my pre-owned clothing on Whatnot. I described every flaw and not also shown in photos, but they don't reach out to me. What is your advice? My advice is to not sell flawed items on Whatnot. That's my advice. We try to run, if we run any flawed items, it's like 1 or 2 in an entire 100 item show. We really try to avoid it because you have the same issues. Like, you can describe the item as well as you want to, but when the person gets it in, if the flaw looks a little worse than they thought, especially on camera, you're probably gonna get a bad review. So my advice would be, don't sell flawed items. Do not bring the items that you can't sell on eBay to Whatnot. I think that's where a lot of people make mistakes, is they think of Whatnot as like a liquidation for all the stuff that they don't want to sell on eBay because it's flawed, because it was a bad size, because it was just a bad pickup. And really, you should be bringing your best stuff to Whatnot because that's what you want to grow, is a platform where people want to come back and buy from you. If people are already complaining about your items, you're probably not going to get too many return customers. So my advice is, don't sell flawed items on Whatnot. I'm spending too much time on my descriptions. Any ideas? Make the description. People don't read descriptions, Angel. So what I would do is I would just copy the title down to the description. If you put your measurements in there, put your measurements in the description. That's all you need. And you can have a template on either eBay, or you can have a template within your notes on your computer to just copy and paste most of your description in, so where you just have to add in the measurements. But when we measure, or when we list something, I'll show you what the listing looks like. These are Jay Lindbergh pants. I got these on Whatnot from another seller for 29 bucks. These sold for $48.59. Let me show you exactly what my listing looks like for these, and I'll show you the photos and everything. Photos, just a simple cover photo, full front, full back. You guys kind of get an idea with these pants, but Jay Lindbergh is the brand, good brand to look for. There's the interior tag right there. And then when we go down to my listing, where's the listing? Right here. It is literally just copied and pasted. So the title right here, that's the exact title. That's in the top of my title right there, copied and pasted. All of this besides the measurements, and all of this is all pasted in. So all I have to do is just paste the title in. It's actually a template that I use on eBay, but before I used to paste all this stuff in. So I'd have it on a notepad, paste it in, paste the title in, and then I put in the measurements, and then I'm done. That's it. So if you're spending a lot of time on your descriptions, you shouldn't be. You should make it as simple as possible, because people just want the information in your description. Also, if you put the measurements in the listing, it actually makes it a lot quicker, and that's what we're going to do when we move to the new house. Is I'm going to make a new setup. So literally all I'm going to do is copy this, have this pasted right there, and that's it, because all the measurements will be in the listing. And I'll probably just put refer to photos for measurements or something like that, so that way they know to go back up if they want to measure the item. Shipping out 30 today with it. Yeah, let's go. I got auto posture with the code. Poshmark is new to me. It seems like a lot of fake offers. Yes, when you first start, you're going to get a lot of those fake offers coming in. Just ignore a lot of them. After a while, those will go away. But yeah, when you first start, it's just like when you first start on eBay, when you first start on Mercari, you're going to get a lot of those like spammers that are trying to like steal your account. So just be careful. Have you heard of Good golf polos? I haven't. Not that I know of. Frame a women's brand? Yes, women's and men's. The drop-down box on eBay always get me. The drop-down boxes on eBay always get me. Oh, so like your custom, item specifics, we only really fill out the ones that are required, and sometimes we'll fill out a couple more as we're listing, but usually we skip on those. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to put all the information in there. I'm about to sneeze. I can feel it coming. Oh. Well, you guys are moving. I must have missed that. Yeah, we're going to move sometime this year. We're going to move to a bigger house. So we're going to sell this house and move to Riverview, most likely, which is like 30-minute drive from where we are right now. But the houses are a little bit cheaper, and they just opened red, white, and blue there, so it's like perfect. I can basically go to red, white, and blue every morning and make videos. That would be really nice. Because right now, where we live, the thrift stores here, we have Goodwills around us, and they all suck. It's like horrible. Like I have to drive every time I want to go to a good thrift store. I have to drive at least 30 minutes to get to it. Ladies in the background. What's up, Caleb? I gotta sneeze. I feel it. I feel it coming on. I think I gotta blow my nose. I'm not sure if you saw my question before, the glitch, but I have a pair of shocks going to an authenticator for eBay via FedEx. Do I need a specific shipping package, or can I use ground advantage packaging? You can use any non-priority mail packaging. So don't use a USPS box, but you can use a regular box. You can use an envelope, as long as it doesn't have any like branding for USPS. You can drop it in there. But no, nothing specific. eBay is what they're going to do is they're going to get that pair of shoes in, and then they're going to open it up, authenticate it. As long as it's good, they're going to ship it to the buyer. So you're good to go as long as I would just use a regular brown box, ship those out. So. I wish we had a red, white, and blue. A lot of people. You're in South Carolina, though. I think there's one pretty close to South Carolina. Maybe it's in Virginia. Maybe you have to drive a little bit to get to it. But I know there's one somewhere around South Carolina. Once you go to a for-profit thrift store, it's hard to think if Goodwill is good. I know. But Goodwill does miss brands a lot more than the for-profit thrift stores do. I'll say that. A lot of the Lululemons, a lot of the Vuoris we found at Goodwill for like $8 or $9, whereas if we go to red, white, and blue, they always have those for like $20 to $25. So that's the benefit of that. But those are few and far between. Thoughts on the future of reselling with AI? I have no clue. I think AI, as it gets better, it's going to make the processes easier to resell, but it's also going to make it easier for everybody to resell. So maybe it hurts the market a little bit. I don't know. We'll have to see when that actually happens. Next up, we got a G4 sweater. We picked this up. I think I picked this up at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, but the tags were off. I forget what I paid for it exactly. Maybe like 20 to 30 bucks, somewhere around there. This only sold for 35 bucks. Again, it's one that the tags were ripped off. So unfortunately, with the tags gone, it wouldn't sell for as much as it usually would go for if it had tags. But G4, that's the brand tag right there. Yeah, new without original tag, so we definitely got this from TJ Maxx. Has that big G4 hit in the back. Didn't sell for $44.99 though. Sold for whatever I just said it sold for. Good brand though. G4. Love picking it up. I just sold something on Posh, but it didn't delist from eBay on Autoposher. It's because you don't have your settings set to delist. I had somebody reach out to me last night. You have to go into your account settings and set it to delist. It's a setting you have to turn on. If you don't turn it on, it does not automatically delist. So go to your account, click on your little image in the top right-hand corner, I think it is, and go to your account settings, and then the second bar over. Let me see if I can show you this. Boom. You're going to go to your account. So click on your name in the top right-hand corner, go to account, and then go to settings. And I'm going to show you what the screen looks like. You're going to click, again, top right-hand corner, go to account. It's going to be on connections by default. Go over to settings and then turn on your auto delist right here. And then turn all of those functions on. Whatever you have hooked up needs to be automatically set up. Because it didn't do it the first time, you're going to have to go in and manually delist that one item that just sold. But after that, it should auto delist after that point. I'm going to make a full update on Autoposher here pretty soon. I'm just waiting for her to do a couple things. And then I can make that video. But yeah, I'll go over in depth all the functions of Autoposher and everything all over again. I do have a video on YouTube going over that already, but it's a kind of an older video. Our Salvation Army, really only ever heard of the one in Florida? No, they're all over the place. If you go to redwhiteandblue.com, it'll show you all of the red, white, and blues that are all over the place. There's some in Louisiana, there's some in Texas, there's some in Colorado. Yeah, they're all over the place. Where do you get mailing bags, packaging bags? These are Happy Pack poly bags. I don't use Happy Pack anymore. I think they're like primarily on TikTok Shop. The ones that I use, I'm actually out of these now, so you'll see the ones I use in just a second, are Gyro Packs. I have them linked in my bio with a discount code. If you use my discount code, you get 10% off your purchase. So Gyro Packs are the ones I use. Did you purchase a shirt from TJ Maxx? Do you source from retail source much? Yes, I do. I buy from TJ Maxx, Marshalls, a couple other retail stores. I also buy from online retail stores. Yes, I do source them often. As long as they're doing good discounts, I'll go in and buy a bunch of brand new Attack stuff. Is there a nice shirt but a tiny stain still a pickup? It could be. Depends on the brand. Like if I find a Burberry polo that has a small little stain on like the bottom or something, that's like a $50 polo and they only have it at $5 at thrift store, I'll take it home. I'll try to get the stain out. If I don't get the stain out, that's still a $25 polo. I'll still list it for around $25 and still make a good margin. So really just depends on the actual item we're talking about. But not all flawed items are pickups, no. So just be careful with the items that you pick up. Next up, we got some Eileen Fisher pull-on pants. Paid $6.96 for these, and these sold for $20.24. I'll show you what the photos look like right here. Just basic black Eileen Fisher pants. Nothing too crazy about these. Cover photo, full front, full back, tag photos. These are kind of like work pants, so you don't really have to take a great cover photo for these. They're kind of hard to take a great cover photo because they're just like solid black pants, but just nicer. Eileen Fisher, nothing too crazy. Good brand to look out for. Sold over on eBay. Scroll to the bottom. I went to Marshall Yellow Tag yesterday, but Ralph Lauren's buttons were 32. Yeah, right now is not a good one. I always tell everybody after Christmas one is always the worst, and I usually don't. I've only been to one store. In the summertime one, I went to like 30 to 50 stores. I went to like a crazy amount. So I wouldn't suggest going out and running out to this one. A lot of the best stuff gets bought up Christmas time for full price for Christmas gifts. So usually it's not that good. However, I did spend $220 at the store I went to, and I basically got, no, it's $228 is what I spent, but I actually got everything for free basically. I only spent $8 on my entire haul because I had I have the card which gets me coupons for everything that I buy. So I had $220 in coupons, The price came out to $228, so I only paid $8 for everything in my bag. I got like really good stuff. Some Levi's jeans. I got some big and tall Polo Ralph Lauren pieces. I got some Travis Matthew like big size polos with good prints on them. Yeah, so it was a good haul because I only paid $8 for them. I love thrifting, but I really want to find a good source for pallets. What do you recommend, please? I don't really have a recommendation for pallets. We're just starting to get into the pallet game. And if I did find a great source, it would be really hard for me to just give that source out. I probably would never give that source out because that would kill my market. What I would do is just search online. If you do find something that looks promising, buy a small batch from that pallet source, from that wholesaler. Don't buy a huge box of stuff right away, because if it ends up being garbage, you just wasted a bunch of money. So suggest buying small first, giving them a trial. If it comes out to be good, slowly buy more and more until you're really comfortable with that pallet source. Texas Goodwill are out of control. $19.99 for Polo Ralph Lauren. Yeah, that's insane. But there are some really good thrift stores in Texas. Really good discounted thrift store. I know all about them because I see them on my For You page, and I have some people that live out in Texas that tell me all the time the prices they're getting. So Texas is huge. There's lots of thrift stores in Texas. So if Goodwills suck, go to the next one. There's plenty out there. Do you do measurements? That's what takes so long. Yes, we do measurements in our description. Moving forward, once we move to the new house and we have a flat lay set up, we're actually just going to put the measurements. We're going to take photos of the measurements, which is going to make the listing process even faster. If you want to see a good video on how that's set up, again, Surf's Up has a video on that. So go to Surf's Up Finds and you will see that video. Really, really good one. Shows exactly how he makes the setup, how he takes his photos. He just put that video out, so go check it out. Last up, we got a pair of LL Bean flannel line jeans. Picked these up for $4.28. These sold for $20 or $22.49. And this is how we take our cover photos for our LL Bean jeans. The one that's only sold for $17.99 did not have this cover photo. It was actually a worse cover photo. But this one right here, you roll up the bottom cuff and then you flip it up. So that way when the person sees this in the listing, they're like, oh, these are flannel lined. And we keep that unflipped right there, as you can see, and then we show the interior, of course, tag photos that show it's flannel lined. But that cover photo is what sold these. Anytime we use this cover photo, they always sell for more than if we just put the jeans like we normally take photos of without that cuff flipped. So definitely do that if you're listing flannel lined jeans. Show in the cover photo somehow that these are flannel lined. It'll get them to sell a little bit better. But $22.49. It was a full price sale. I think these are one of the last pairs of flannel line jeans we have left over too. I love picking these up in the summer in Florida because we can usually pick these up pretty cheap for right around $4 to $5. We hold on to them till winter, and then we'll sell them for $20 to $25. So, did you guys buy a new house? No, not yet. We're not going to look to buy a house until after our taxes are done and a couple other things are buttoned up before we make that move. But it'll definitely happen this year for sure. We're definitely moving this year. We need to get a bigger house. We've outgrown this house with the kids in the business, and I'm going to need a bigger house to grow the business and let the kids grow too. So yeah, do that definitely this year. I actually just got two offers on Depop back to back. I saw on my phone. Depop is popping off today. Depop is actually outselling Mercari, which is wild. Mercari used to do very, very well, but lately it's been to the point where I'm probably going to drop Mercari completely. There's a helicopter flying over us. All right, that's it. That's the last order to ship out today. I appreciate you guys hanging out again. I have a full-length YouTube video coming out today. It's going to go over 5 jacket brands to be on the lookout for. A lot of you have been asking me, like, what brands sell the best? And I feel like these videos will probably be the best way, like showcasing brands and how we look them up and all that. So I'm going to start out with the 5 jackets. In that video, I ask you guys to comment the next item, clothing item that you want me to go into, whether that's polos, jackets, jeans, sweatshirts, whatever you want me to do like a bolo video on. I'll do that for the next one. So watch the video, comment what you want me to look up, whether it's men's or women's, I don't care. Either way, I'll look up good profitable brands that you should be on the lookout for. That video should be out around 5, I think around 5 p.m. is when I'm going to shoot for on that video. And then live thrifting on Thursday. I'm actually going to schedule that today. at some point on Whatnot, so you guys can all go bookmark it. And then this Saturday we have a Whatnot show. When you do, I would retract your name so that it won't show up in your town property record search, just because you guys are getting pretty popular. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about that. I'm not really too worried about that. People can figure out where we live if they really try hard enough. I think going forward, I'm gonna probably get a PO box and all that good stuff, so that way I don't have to worry about people shipping me weird stuff. But yeah, that's probably the most extent I'm gonna do that. Appreciate you, Ovabs. All right, I'm gonna head off. Appreciate you guys. I probably won't be live tomorrow because we're gonna be sourcing tomorrow. I'll probably be shooting another long form thrifting video tomorrow too, so be on the lookout for that.